Hey guys, welcome to episode 3 of Tech Weekly. It's gonna be a little different this time because I'm not going to put the little pictures up on the corner because I don't have time to edit them in time to upload them efficiently because our internet speed here is kind of retarded, not as fast yet until about Wednesday when we're gonna get faster. But yeah, I mean, if you want to look up pictures, you can just go online because there's really only one topic today that you will find pictures for. Since all the news this week was about Google, so let's get started. Firstly, they announced their Google Chrome OS, which is basically a netbook operating system. Well, to start with, they'll probably release it for desktops and laptops later on. It's scheduled to release around the later end of 2010 or maybe the mid 2010. They announced partners. It's supposed to be to give a few: Adobe, Toshiba, HP, etc. The funny thing is, though, is that these partners, PR committees, have announced that they really had no idea that such a partnership was in place, which people are just summing up to say that maybe the higher up execs haven't notified them, which is probably more reasonable than Google outright lying to the public. But, whatever. Other than that, it's supposed to be based off a Linux kernel, which one I don't know. And it's basically targeted for the new generation of operating systems because they're completely revamping it supposedly, so it's all web-based. You won't have any native apps such as your Outlook, your Word, stuff like that. If you have email, it'll be a Gmail account, and if you have any other email, you could always access it through the internet, which is why this is a web-based operating system. You'll have your Gmail, you'll have your Google Docs, which you can do your spreadsheets, your PowerPoints, your Word documents, and basically everything else that you have. You have your YouTube, you have your videos, your Google Pictures, your Picasa. Everything's going to be web-based. You're not going to have any really desktop clients, as far as I know. There's no screenshots up yet, since it's probably an alpha or almost beta-ish stage, but they probably won't release it for a while. But yeah, and then the next thing on Google this week happens to do with their Android operating system, which was also a controversial kind of thing with the Google Chrome OS, due to the fact that some consumers might not understand the difference between Google Chrome OS and Android itself, even though Android is for mobile phones. Some people thought that it confused some consumers because those that aren't as tech savvy as maybe those watching this video don't realize that there are various different operating systems for mobile phones themselves, such as Symbian and Windows Mobile, BlackBerry OS. So they might get the computer not really knowing what it is, or its relationship to the phone, or its, I guess, synergy with the phone. But that's basically what people are saying. But supposedly they've announced they're going to have a lot of compatibility options for you when that does come out. And onto the phone, it's the myTouch 3G, which is basically the HTC Magic in Europe, or the Google Ion that was released, I think, by Vodafone a couple weeks ago. This one's released by T-Mobile, and they're basically marketing it as a personalization phone, such as the Sidekick 2008 was, I think, the one that you can make your own faceplates or battery covers, etc. That's basically what they're targeting this as. I believe they're coming in 3 colors, like a burgundy one, black, and I think white. Essentially, it's the same thing as the HTC Dream or the G1 here in America. It's the only major difference is that it has no keyboard. It's completely keyboardless. It has longer battery life. Let's see what else. Same camera, longer talk time, stuff like that. Supposedly it's targeted for the new smartphone consumer, one that maybe has just had a regular flip phone all their life and they just want to jump into the smartphone market, but they really don't know what to do. Since Android OS is such a simple operating system to get to know, they're targeting it for that consumer. The marketing ploy, if you will, is 100% you. That's their slogan, I guess. It'll be launching with its own app built in called Sherpa by GeoLink, I think that's the company. I forgot what the company's name is called. But basically it's an app that gets to know you more as the more you use it, and hence gives you better results. For example, you open it up and it might tell you what's around you, like, oh, there's a Starbucks around you, or there's this restaurant around you, and then by your choice, like let's say you click you want to go to that Starbucks, it'll realize that you like Starbucks, or you like some certain coffee, and so whenever you open up a thing on Sherpa, it'll automatically recognize that you might be looking for coffee at that time of day for some reason, and it'll notify you of all the recent Starbuckses, or establishments of Starbuckses in the area, which is cool. And they're gonna release it for all Android devices as soon as the myTouch 3G comes out in August. Which, if you're a T-Mobile customer, you can pre-order it. I think starting 2 days ago or 3 days ago. And if you're not, you can get it in stores August 5th, I believe. And that's basically it. The HTC Hero is also another Android phone, which supposedly wasn't gonna come to the United States, but then it turns out that it will be, but not to T-Mobile. It will most likely either be coming to Sprint or AT&T, which is kind of a downer because I wanted that phone for T-Mobile itself. It basically looks kind of the same as the G1, just that it's slimmer and doesn't have a keyboard again. It still has a little chin. And most of all, it doesn't run the same version of Google Android that you might be used to, accustomed to. It's not a Google Experience phone, which means that the the hardware manufacturer, which is HTC in this case, has the option of instituting their own sort of override to the OS. Like they'll add an extra layer to it. So with the layer for the HTC Hero is called is it Rachel? Rosie. It's called Rosie. And so basically it just adds on top of your regular Google widgets that you might have. It'll add HTC widgets and HTC functionality, which you might not find on other phones such as the G1 and the myTouch. To give an example, you'll have different senses on the HTC Hero where you can develop 7 different screens for any number of kinds of days. Where, like I say, you have your social scene where you have like all your 7 pages filled with like Twitter or Facebook or MySpace. Then you might have your work scene where you have all your email widgets and calendar widgets and appointments and stuff like that. And you can interchange them as much as you want. And that's basically what they're targeting it as. But as I said, it will come out possibly for AT&T or Sprint, most likely AT&T, which because they've been showing the FCC documents online, which show that their bans are for AT&T. So that's it for this week. As I said, I probably won't be editing this video. Make sure to comment and rate this video down there. And follow me on Twitter if you want anything else. And a shout out to Clutch Productions, because they have really good videos. I'll probably post a link into the description. I don't know where it is, but I'll post a link to his site, which he just recently remodeled. Catch videos on his site pretty frequently, about maybe 2 or 3 times or even more a week, and they're usually from a topic related to that day or the day before, which is great. So catch videos by him, and that's it. So until next week, bye guys.